YouTube, what's good, guys? It's your boy TD, and I'm back again with another video from Fantasy Good Sports, guys. And today's video is going to be on what quarterback to draft depending on what strategy you're trying to implement. So make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to this channel. This is cutting edge content. And listen, guys, the reason why I'm doing this video, to me, I draft different quarterbacks depending on my strategy. If I want to wait late, I got quarterbacks for certain tiers, and I got 5 different tiers of certain quarterbacks, and these are the quarterbacks that I'm drafting. So I don't got every quarterback on this list. It's just certain quarterbacks that I am looking for depending on what type of bill and what type of tier that I'm on, or what type of tier that I'm going to be able to get to make my team great. So guys, again, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to this channel. This is cutting edge content. Also, guys, make sure you sign up as a member to support the channel. Also, if you want to get in the listener league, all you got to do is sign up as a member. I got 4 different tiers for a member. It is very affordable, from a $1 tier all the way up to a $20 tier. In the $20 tier, you get a lot of perks. You get a free consultation that comes with that $20 tier. So make sure you sign up, guys. So let's begin. I'm gonna start with the first tier because I think the best information for y'all is going to be for my later tiers, and that's depending on the strategy. That's the wait late, get your quarterback guy. So if I want to get a top quarterback and the quarterbacks are scoring a lot of points in the league that I'm in, then you got to get a top quarterback because that's how you win the league. And so and this is going to be an easy tier. So my first tier is 2 quarterbacks there. I'm not drafting nobody else in that type of tier because there's a couple guys that I didn't mention, but the first guy is Lamar Jackson. I got to get him. This is a guy who probably going to throw for 40 touchdowns and probably run for 5 or 6 and have 800 yards rushing. So that's the #1 quarterback to me. I'm drafting him every single time if I'm trying to get the top quarterback in the league. That means I'm willing to take him at the 12 turn, the 112 and the 2-1, and also I'm willing to take him in the second round. Early second round or even late second round. That's how bad I want to get a quarterback, or that's how bad I'm willing to draft early to get a quarterback depending on the scoring format. The next guy is Josh Allen. We know what he is. He's a monster. He's just like Lamar, but I think Lamar has a little bit more boom, especially when it comes to the fantasy football playoffs. I've won a couple of leagues because of Lamar, but Josh can win your league too, and we know what these 2 guys is. So that's the elite tier. Get those 2 guys if you want a top quarterback, but you don't have to have a top quarterback to win. Let's move down to the second tier. Again, guys, if you don't agree with my tiers, hit me up in the comment section. Say, TD, really? I don't like the tier because of this, but this guy is okay. But just let me know, guys. Put the 100 symbol. Let me know that you're supporting the channel, guys. Also, you can donate to the channel, too. But the first guy I want to talk about, this is my favorite player in this tier. Lamar Jackson is my favorite player in the first tier. But in the second tier, Joe Burrow is my favorite player. I usually don't really like to draft quarterbacks that are just pocket guys, even though Joe Burrow is mobile, but he has such a great weapon like Jamar Chase and T. Higgins and Chase Brown. I feel like this team is going to be scoring a lot of points with a subpar defense. So this is a lot. I think this could be a top 5 offense. That's why I'm willing to draft Joe Burrow. He's going to throw for 3 touchdowns a game. So to me, that's going to be elite numbers. And he actually can finish it in that tier 1. But I'm not drafting him for us in the tier 1, but he could finish in that. He could be up there with Josh Allen and Lamar with his throwing ability and his weapon like Jamar Chase and T. Higgins. Next is Pat Mahomes. We know that they want to get Pat Mahomes back to throwing 40 and 50 tugs, right? 40 point, 50 points. They want to get him back to doing that. So I'm willing to take Pat Mahomes in this tier too. So if you like the guys that's in the second tier, then you can let Lamar go, you can let Josh Allen go, and a couple other quarterbacks, and then you could get in the middle of your drafts, you can say, well, let me go get Joe Burrow. Let me go get Pat Mahomes. That's what tier this is. This is a second tier of quarterbacks that you really like, but you don't got to have the top guy because you think you're going to get the same production from these guys as the tier 1 guys. That's what this strategy is. And last but not least is Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott is in this tier too. He got CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens, and you know Dak Prescott guys have made with wide receivers very high-end fantasy words like Amari Cooper, CeeDee Lamb, and I think George Pickens is going to be a top 12, top 14 type guy. So this is my tier 2 list. Draft these 3 guys if you like one of these guys. I feel like it's okay to get these guys in the second tier. All right, let's go down to my third tier. And my favorite player in this tier is going to be Justin Herbert. And the reason why I like Justin Herbert, I think him and Lad McConkey is going to have a great season. I won't be surprised if Justin go for 35 plus touchdowns. Now, a lot of people think this is going to be a running team, and it is. but Justin Herbert is still Justin Herbert. And by watching it last year, watching them play, they not scared to let Justin Herbert take over a game when his number is called. So I like Justin Herbert as my favorite player in this third tier. Another guy that's in this tier is Bo Nix. And this is a mobile quarterback in the third tier, so he could be a tier buster. He could go to the second tier easy because of his rushing upside. And he has a great coach like Sean McVay. And you got Cortland Sutton, who's been a good wide receiver. You also Marvin Mims, who's growing into his own, who's a big play type of guy. So I like Bo Nix a lot, guys. And another guy, which I'm not very high, but I have to give him some respect, is Baker Mayfield. Chris Godwin being hurt, and also with not Chris Godwin, but Ibuka being there, I think that's going to be okay with Godwin being out. Mike Evans is going to be a 1,000-yard receiver, 10 touchdowns. We know that. They're going to make sure he get that, no matter his age. But I don't like Baker a lot because of Ibuka, because of Godwin. But Ibuka, to me, when I'm watching him in camp, he looks good. He looks really quick. He's quicker than what I thought. So Baker Mayfield, you know what he did last year, he could do it again. And I'm not saying he's a tier buster, but he's certainly a tier 3 quarterback in fantasy by being a top 5 guy. And let's go on to my 4th tier. Remember, guys, I got 5 tiers, so make sure you watch the whole video. But my 4th tier, my favorite player in this tier is going to be Bryce Young. I'm getting Bryce Young in almost every single draft. So I'm waiting late to that 4th tier to get my quarterback. So I'm getting CMC. I'm getting Devon H.A. I'm getting Brock Bowers. I'm getting Tyreek Hill. I'm getting B. John Robinson. I'm getting these guys in different teams. Not all the same team, but I'm getting these guys before I go get my quarterback because I like Bryce Young so much. I think this guy could be a top 5 guy. That's the highest I think he can go. And I think his floor is going to be top 12. If you watch him the last 3 to 5 games of the season, he was the best quarterback in the league over Lamar and Josh Allen. I said what I said. Go vet me. The last 3 games of the season, Bryce Young had the best QBR and he had the best stats. 10 touchdowns, no interceptions. So vet me on that. Another guy I like in this tier is Aaron Rodgers. Yes, guys, I like Aaron Rodgers. I know a lot of you want to talk junk about Aaron Rodgers. Him playing with the Steelers and having a good team, a solid offensive line, a good run game, and a top wide receiver, maybe not top 12, but top 14 wide receiver in the league, who's a monster, like DK Metcalf. I think Aaron Rodgers is going to be a really good late quarterback, right? A quarterback that's going to give you a nice floor of like 10 to 15 points, and he can give you a couple of 20-point games, right? Depending on your scoring format. Another guy in this list that I like is a guy that's very volatile with his health, is Tua Tagovailoa. And listen, Tua is very accurate. If he's not getting hit, Tua could be the best throwing quarterback in the league from the pocket. But we know when he gets hit, he gets touched, he could go down with a concussion for 6 weeks. So that's why Tua's on level 4. But he could be in that tier 2 because we seen him do it before. We seen him lead the league in passing. We seen him have 2 1,500-yard receivers. So I like Tua when I wait late, if I have to get him, especially in the Superflex league where I might have a top guy like a Lamar Jackson, and then I wait late to get a Tua. That's a good strategy too. So those are the 3 guys I like in that 4th tier. Let's get on to the 5th tier. And this might get a little bit weird because it's a guy on here that I believe could be in the 2nd or 3rd tier, but I had to mention him because I'm not drafting him a lot. But it's going to be Jordan Love, and he's probably my favorite guy in this tier. But really, he has the potential to be like in the tier 2 or tier 3. To me, just so many quarterbacks that I'm drafting before him, I had to move him down to this tier. I think it's great value if you get him in this draft because he has a lot of weapons. And I don't think they're going to run the ball as much as they did last year. So he's going to have opportunities to throw for passing touchdowns like he did his first year that he started when he was a really good quarterback at the second half of the season. Also, guys, AR-15 and Daniel Jones together. If you go get AR, you have to get Daniel Jones. That's the only handcuff that I'm really trying to get in this year's draft. I'm not handcuffed in a lot of running backs. Maybe Garendo if I got CMC. Maybe if it fits my team. But I'm definitely, if I wait late to get a quarterback, I'm definitely getting Daniel Jones and AR. That way I know I got the starter for Indianapolis. And then the last but not least, guys, is going to be Cam Ward. I believe Cam Ward is going to be hot in the fantasy football playoffs, which is the 4th quadrant. I think he's going to be a really good 4th quadrant quarterback. So you can get this guy, but you got to be patient with him. He's not going to come out like C.J. Stroud and throwing for 300 yards a game. He could, but I doubt it. And so just be patient with them. And then when you get to the end of your season, now you got a top 5 quarterback that's putting up that type of numbers. And now you are a top team in your fantasy football playoffs. So yes, guys. So thank y'all for hitting the like button and subscribing to this channel. This is cutting edge content. Make sure you sign up as a member if you want to support the channel. Guys, this is fantasy football time. This is crunch time. If you vet my numbers throughout the last 5 years that I've been doing this, I'm like 70% when it comes to my players that I'm telling you to pick that I really like. Not stars and sits, not just bringing up random videos and talking about a player because he's trending. The players that I'm anchored down to, and I will make an anchored down video and telling you 20, 25 players that are must have that I'm going to have on all my teams. So be expecting that video to come. See y'all guys later. Peace.